Well, one question, and I just love picking your brain about different things, just from a preacher standpoint. But have you ever considered writing a book yourself? Have you ever considered that, or is it something you're like, nah, and it's not even in my field? Or like, I'm not even going to do that at all.
Well, so to be honest, when I think about it, and when it has crossed my mind, the first thing I thought is nobody would get it, and nobody wants to hear what I've got to say. So it doesn't matter. Just to be honest, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, why do it? So yes, but not in. I haven't thought about writing a book like just to give my personal thoughts on maybe a certain subject or something like that. Nobody knows this, but my wife and now you. There is a lady in Australia that has reached out to me, and it's on my desk over here. There's a lady in Australia that has reached out to me, and she has taken every one of my messages that are on YouTube for the last like 6 years, and she has compiled them, my teaching and my preaching, in books, and has transcribed them. And she's still doing it to this day. Said in a message and transcribed it, and she feels like it's her ministry to do. Ended up getting saved because of her getting her daughter to help her transcribe some of this stuff. So her daughter started transcribing it, and her daughter got saved. With all the preaching that I've just told you that I do on a weekly basis, sometimes looking at the thought of compiling all my notes and putting it in a book form and writing it, sometimes that just seems daunting to me. I don't think I'm the best writer, so that is daunting to me. But I thought about she is willing to do some of that legwork, and so some of that stuff we may end up eventually down the road putting some books out on commentary type form. Now we can just put it in a book form, and folk can use it for their Sunday schools. A Sunday school teacher that's faithfully at a church teaching a men's class or a teenage class or an adult class, or a pastor that's teaching.
Right.
I think it's good to have solid stuff out there because, like I said earlier, there are so many men that you read behind that you have to hop and skip over the non-King James bias. We do need more guys who are solidly independent, fundamental, premillennial, King James Bible believing Baptist writing books. I will say that. We need that.